you.
Go down. Oh, go in the trunk. You've got 24 hours to find her.
MadMath has done it again. He's kidnapped another victim. We have to stop him. This time, for good.
I want to help. I love math.
I don't know, kid. This stuff's pretty hard.
I'm up for the challenge.
Let's see how you do on these practice problems.
Okay.
So the first problem is 5x plus 12y plus z equals 10. Then 2x plus 5y plus 2z equals negative 1. And x plus 2y minus 3z equals 5. So the first thing you're going to do is try and get those three equations down to 2 by taking out a variable. To do that, you got times one of the equations by any number. Let's say negative 2, so that you can take out the x's for the second and third lines. Then you multiply the whole third line by negative 2 to make it negative 2x minus 4y plus 6z equals negative 10. So the next thing you're going to do is take the two equations you are working with and put them together so that you can cancel out one of the variables. We decided to cancel out x, so it'll be negative 2x minus 4y plus 6z equals negative 10. And then under that, you can write 2x plus 5y plus 2z equals negative 1. The x's will cancel out, and you'll be left with y plus 8z equals negative 11. So that's your first equation. Then you're going to go back to the original 3 and try and cancel out an x from the first equation and the third equation. So the first equation is 5x plus 2y plus z equals 10. And then the third one is the x plus 2y minus 3z equals 5. So in order to cancel out the x's, you're going to times the whole third equation by negative 5 to make the equation negative 5x minus 10y plus 15z equals negative 25. Then you're going to put those two equations together to cancel out the x's, and you'll be left with 2y plus 16z equals negative 15. So with your two equations that you've created, you're going to choose one of them, preferably the easier one, in this case, which would be y plus 8z equals negative 11, and solve for one of the variables. So let's solve for y. We would minus the 8z over to the other side, so it equal y equals negative 11 minus 8z. Then you plug that into the other equation for y. So instead of it being 2y, you would do 2 times negative 11 minus 8z plus 16z equals negative 15. When you plug that in, you'll end up with negative 22 minus 16z plus 16z equals negative 15. Since the z's cancel out, then you know that there's no answer for this problem. For the warm-up number 2, the equation is 3x plus 4y plus 2z equals 3. The next one would be 4x minus 2y minus 8z equals negative 4. And the third one would be x plus y minus z equals 3. The third equation would be the easiest to multiply by, and so we're going to use that one to try and cancel out the y's. So you're going to times the whole third equation by 2 to make it 2x plus 2y minus 2z equals 6. Then you're going to combine the second equation and the third equation, and that will end up being 2x minus 10z equals 2, because the y's will cancel out. The next one we're going to do is the first equation and the third equation. So you're going to multiply the third equation by negative 4. That will equal negative 4x minus 4y plus 4z equals negative 12. Then you're going to combine the first and third equation, and that will end up equaling negative x plus 6z equals negative 9. Two equations now are negative x plus 6z equals negative 9, and 6x minus 10z equals 2. And so you want to get one of them to equal a variable, and so we're going to do the first equation and make it equal x. And so when you flip 6z over and times it by a negative 1 to get rid of the negative, you get 6z plus 9 equals x. Then you're going to plug that equation in for x in the other one. So instead of being 6x, it would be 6 times 6z plus 9 minus 10z equals 2. Then when you FOIL that out, you'll be equaling 36z plus 54 minus 10z equals 2. And if you reduce that, it would be 26z equals negative 52. And so z would equal negative 2. Now that you have figured out what z equals, you have to plug z into the two equations earlier in order to find a different variable, x. So for every place that there's a z, you will plug in negative 2. And so in negative x plus 6z equals negative 9, it will change to negative x plus 6 times negative 2 equals negative 9. So when you solve that, the end answer is x equals negative 3. Then you'll plug both z and x into the original equations. We'll do the easiest one, x plus y minus z equals 3. And that would become negative 3 plus y minus negative 2 equals 3. And that would end up equaling y equals 4. So the answers would be negative 3, 4, 2. Negative 2.
Oh, that makes more sense.
We got a new message from MadMath. Said, you have 4 minutes to answer this 4-equation system. If not, no clues for you. And she is one step closer to having to do math for the rest of her life.
I'm ready. Give me the system.
Time's ticking, Junior Detective. 30 seconds left. You must text it in now.
Got it. He's texting Rebecca right now. I hope I got it right. I literally have no idea what I did wrong.
Find what mistake our amateur Junior Detective made.
Gosh darn it!
We just got a new problem. Don't mess this one up, or else I'm taking your badge.
I won't let you down, ma'am. I promise. What's the problem this time?
You have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to do a 4-equation problem. Hurry up.
What? That's even less time than last time. I'm done with 10 seconds to spare.
Text it in now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done.
I did it, and your counting did not help me at all.
I knew you weren't ready to be a detective. We detectives are always on a time crunch.
I'm ready, I swear.
We got a text. Says 4727.
What does that mean?
We'll find out later.
2 hours later.
Detective, have you heard anything yet?
Patience, young Jedi.
6 hours later.
We got a new problem to solve. 3 minutes to do a 3-equation problem.
I got this in the bag.
Go, go, go!
I'm done, and I did it faster than ever, only in 2 minutes.
How did you do that so fast?
I used a matrix, that's how I did it so fast. I'll explain it to you right now. To get to the matrix, you push second, then the thing that says x to the negative, the inverse, and then it'll bring you to the matrix, and you want to go edit it because it could have already had something in it, and this one does. And we're doing a 3x4. You can choose the size of it, and since we're doing a 3x4, we're just going to change the numbers. So the first number, looking over here, is 8. So we type in the 8 to where the x is, and then we enter, and then we push in a 5 for where the 5y is, and then 11 for where the 11z is, and then where the equal sign is right there. See that handy dandy equal sign? We type in a 30, and then it goes to the next row, and we kind of do the same thing, but if it's a negative, we would do a negative, so it's -1, then -4, then 2, then 3, and this one is 2, then -1, then 5, then 12. And okay, to get the answer, you go to the matrix, then you go to math, then you go down to number B, which is that one, and you push that, and then you go back to the matrix, and you get A, and then, so now that you have these, you can make your equations on the side, like x plus 0 plus 2z equals 5. It just makes the process easier.
Wow, I feel so old school. It would have taken me the whole time to do that problem.
What is the next clue?
It says Broomfield.
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
3 hours later.
We've got the next problem for you. He must have seen how fast you were because now he's only giving you 1 minute to do a 3-equation problem. Hurry up.
No problem. I'm done.
You got lucky this time. You almost didn't make it. We got the next clue. It says CT. What does that mean?
Like court?
1 hour later.
What is it this time?
We got the next problem. It's a 3-equation system. You got 30 seconds. Go.
No problem. I got my handy dandy matrix.
A few moments later.
Done.
The next clue says Colorado. I think you were right. CT must mean court, so it must be an address.
I already knew that by the second clue. I'm so much better than you.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Junior.
20 minutes later.
The final problem. It's a 5-equation system in 2 minutes. Hurry up.
I know these systems like the back of my hand.
We got the final clue. It says bonds. That must be the street. Rearrange it so it makes an address.
Detectives, you're running out of time. Already done. 4727 Long Court, Broomfield, Colorado.
Let's go!
Freeze! It's the cops!
Good job, Junior Detective. This, you can be on the squad.